Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. Good morning, Diego. How are you this morning? How did your open drive trade go? A little ovulated. Good morning, Amelie. Marie, how are you this morning? Have you taken any trades yet? Alrighty. Okay. This is what I get for being late. I should have taken this buy right here, but it's all good. How are you guys this morning? It worked today? Good. You're at a crossroads with that strategy? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Uh-oh, sorry if I hit the mic. Off the open, Lord, no. Hey, some people trade pre-market. Some people do. And then you got Diego, he does an open drive trade. I never know, that's why I ask. All right. Oh, it probably would be a good thing if I look to see if there's gonna be some news. All right, so 9 and 9:30. Good to know. Looks like we are reacting off of VWAP. All right, this sale should have been taken too. I haven't really been looking at divergence that much because I've been so like focused on divergence on the pullbacks, but those were two setups there. I don't know if I would have yeah, I would have been filled on both actually. How nice. Dang, well, that's that. That's all right. Interesting. Still don't know how I feel about trading near here. What is that number? 19. Damn it, I should have. Shoot. I gotta remember to change that later. Did I lock this? I did not. All right, so there's gonna be a couple of trades that I try out today, a couple of patterns that I'm curious about. And we'll just see what happens. All right, so this was one of them. That sale, and then I think that's it. This one's a little questionable. I'm really trying to see if I can get rid of the one of the half trends, but I don't know. We'll see. 75. account blows. I'm not sure I'll continue with it. Okay. You may stop with it. That'd be the dream. I think that's a good goal. Have you ever watched volume profile videos from Cami Capital? He used to be an affiliate with Top Step. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Yeah, see, I don't know how I feel about. I don't even know why I should just take the trades. These are evals anyway. But being around this line just has me like questioning things. I don't really know why, but I am. But this is the other problem. Where's my charts feel naked, or my screen? All right, there we go. But yeah, when we're around where we change to an uptrend and downtrend and stuff, it just makes me leery about things. But yeah, while I'm in this eval process, I might as well just take the damn trades. I'm gonna start using TradeZella again. I created the playbooks or strategies or whatever in there recently, but I do have to update them. Yeah, I do need to update them, which I'll probably do sometime very soon. We'll see. All right, I don't like that. Trading just like he does. Oh, okay, good. Nice, nice. He's I think he's the only content creator that I'm sub to. I don't really watch a whole lot of his content, but I do watch it here and there. And I think he's the only one that I'm sub to that trades with volume profile. Still pointing. That's too close to VWAP, and it just invalidated anyway. Well, it didn't invalidate there, but I wouldn't have gotten filled anyway. And so what I'm really trying to do is figure out, so I need the major half trend so I can know when we're in an uptrend and when we're in a downtrend, because certain volume patterns work well with one and not the other. Okay. However, I think eventually once I figure things out, I won't be constrained to like, okay, we're inside of where we changed to an uptrend or a downtrend. Can I take sales? Well, this sale worked out perfectly. And the bounce here up worked out perfectly. So I don't think I have to be constrained like that. But I don't know for sure just yet. I don't know. So I think today I'm just going to not necessarily act like it's not there, but I won't be as careful around it because that's what the whole purpose of, you know, trying this out is about. I just think that like if I'm selling and we come here, I might need to break even just because it is technically a level of support, because we would be rejecting the downtrend if we're trading inside of it. But yeah, so I just need to not worry too heavy about losses because they kind of don't matter in this moment. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. She learned from his course after a lot of hesitation. I liked it. Good. Oh yeah, that's who we're talking about, Amelia, Cami Capital. Wait, why did I? Oh, that's why. Yeah, that's why. Like that's a sell, but we're inside. Yeah, okay. So I can do it. I can do it. Whoa, there's a volume spike. So many good trades already in the first 10 minutes, and I've taken none. How wonderful. Now the other thing I have to look at is like, well, that was a little bit different. I don't like that one as much. But like when we have volume spikes, I try to wait until like the swings are more normal, because this swing of 2 is, it's real, but it's not real at the same time, if that makes sense. Yeah. Good morning, Applejacks. How are you this morning? Who owe you money, girl? Applejack, so are you trading Dow now consistently? Technically, this one works too. I just don't like the 2 volume there, so I don't know if I necessarily want to count that. All right, we got to take some trades because I've sat out of like, what, 6 wins or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins already. Girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? We are pretty extended. We're about to hit the first extended support level. Right now we are at yesterday's low. First extended support level is at 516. Right now I'm gonna treat the like how I'm not taking sales at the lower VWAP deviation levels. I'm not gonna take sales at the low or buys at the high, like yesterday's high and low. And also with the open and close, kind of the same thing. I'll follow my same principles with those, since those are like actual levels versus the pivot levels aren't really levels. Oh, I trade whatever. So which instruments are you looking at consistently? Four days until rollover. Look at that sell off of the VWAP. We came below it, retested, plummet. Gone down almost 100 points from that VWAP retest from the bottom. Look at that sell off. Volume's contracting. You can see from 3.6 to 1.8 to 813. Okay. I only got put in on one account and not both, which is fine, I guess. This is like one of the divergence patterns I like, where we have low volume on the initial push up. Well, I guess, yeah, the second impulse move up, it was lower volume. Then we had a heavy push down, right? And so it shows that the sellers are trying to push, which they did. But then we have a really high volume bar on the entry bar, which takes over the highest volume bars in the swing. So the buyers basically regained control. And yeah, worked out pretty well. I don't like that. There's too much volume there. Oh, no. Am I in another trade? Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. Whew. I thought it double entered me. Now, that's the volume pattern I don't like as much, but I still take it. Till I figure out that I don't like it all the way. It almost invalidated itself, but not quite. I'm just glad I didn't get in a double entry there. So it works for me. So what are the levels you're respecting? Yeah, VWAP and then the open, high, low, close. So I treat the opens as support and the yesterday's close as resistance. And then VWAP. So the pivot levels, it's whatever. I mean, I'm gonna keep them there because price does respect them. However, I can sell as support and buy at resistance with those. But the other levels I'll respect. Yes, ma'am. You go. Got you. Trying to hit this ATM. That is the market for that. I'm weak. All right, we do have 9 o'clock news coming in about 5 minutes, so I'll stop trading in 3 minutes. Then I have to see, okay, so I don't know if the double top start means anything or not. For now, I treat it as it does mean something, so I don't take the trades. But that might not be a thing in the near future. So I'll just do this. So I know that's why I didn't take that. Now see, that's the same trade. I just took counter trend that I lost. So it made me hesitate with the, maybe I'll do it trend and not. No, that one's a little bit different actually. It's a little bit different. There's a new variable that I've been looking at, and I don't know yet how it works or don't work for divergence. Yeah. $26. Maybe I will. I might have to respect the extended levels potentially. We'll see, because technically this, I should have been stopped out on this bar, but I didn't enter until that bar. Yeah, maybe today I'll respect the extended levels, just not the regular levels. Just because the extended levels just show that we are way beyond the price action from yesterday, essentially. So it's kind of like when you trade too far outside of the VWAP, naturally the market wants to contract back. So we'll see. I don't know. All right, so I'm back positive on the TPT account and basically break even on the Tradeify account, since that one didn't get the first trade copied over. Girl, I'm trying to get my life together. I'm trying. I am. Don't be mean to me. Sorry, hold on. I have to find something. The account is locked. Why would my account be locked? Do I have to? Oh, wrong thing. What? All right, give me a second because I have to. Shoot, I don't remember. All right. I'll do that after this, after I'm done trading. Applejacks, you just like knowing that you make my blood pressure rise. Is the Dow still moving up with this crazy drop on NQ? So mad I set out of so much earlier. I don't even know. Oh, you know what? Hold on, I need to go back and look at that divergence trade I lost. Okay. Oh wait, what am I talking about? All right, yeah, I've been so heavily focused on the pullbacks, I haven't looked at divergence enough lately. Got a few things planned. Ooh, like I need to book my hotel for Vegas for my sister's birthday before she kicks my butt. 236. Oh, well, that's that. Yeah, I know. I can always tell how choppy the previous day was if I ever forget, because when I can see all of these pivot levels on one screen, that should not happen ever. Ever, ever. 45. All right, so we're gonna pretend like this level doesn't matter. And be okay with the loss if it happens. Because I really only want to be constricted by being at the opposite VWAP, open, high, low, close, or if there's a double bottom that starts the swing, like the double bottom would be here for that pullback, or if it's in the a double top's in the middle. Those are the only things I really want to care about as far as restrictions and levels and things like that. Yeah. All right, so I might not even have to. All right. If that didn't touch VWAP, I'd have taken that. It could be that this new variable that I'm using will make it where VWAP won't matter. But we'll see. I know I'll still break even there, like if I'm selling into the lower deviation band or buying or selling into the middle VWAP level, I know I'll still break even with those, but like taking levels at them might not matter, which I feel like it shouldn't, because Like, we touched the tippy top of this at the tippy top of the wick. So by the time we get down here, like, that shouldn't even matter, but I don't know, we'll see. Yes, Vegas. So I don't usually trade around Christmas anyway, but maybe I'll go live in Discord or something. But I know I'm not taking my computer. I'm not trading. This is strictly a personal trip. And on top of that, I'll be gone from like the 24th to the 28th anyway. So, and I don't remember how I scheduled my flight actually, now that I think about it. I don't remember. I don't remember if I'll be back on time or in time on Monday to trade. Don't remember. I'm gonna get a bunch of sushi. Ooh. So he can stop wearing it. Now you're supposed to be sharing. No, that sounds fun. I know he'll like that. See, I'm the type of person, I like thoughtful things like that. Don't just do some random stuff you know I'm not gonna like. Do the things you know I'll like. What is that? 347. All right, let's see if this works. I'm gonna try it. Okay, never mind. Now, oh, well, it's equal right now. $67. What a push. What the hell? It just went up like 130 points. Okay. At least the movement is nice. I just have to stop being trigger shy while I'm freaking testing. Who cares? Especially when I have a good grasp on what I want. It's just adding this old component. This is a component that I was trying literally when I first was trying to put together a volume only strategy almost 2 years ago. And I just had an epiphany yesterday and I was like, huh, actually, I forgot about this. Let me see if this is causing some of, this is or could cause some of the losses with some of the most respected patterns, and it does make a difference. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. I would have to go back to my notes from back then to figure out where did I not necessarily go wrong, but what was it that made me stop trying volume only? I had to be missing something. I had to be, and I don't know what it is. There's gonna be too much volume there. I had to be missing something. I have no idea. All right, we're pushing off of yesterday's low. Only reason I didn't get in is because of how high the volume is on this entry bar. Tell you the one thing that I do like is the fact that oh shit, I missed it. I fucking missed it. The one thing I do like is the fact that I can be zoomed out enough on my charts for the automatic screenshots that are taken from my indicators, so that when I start using TradeZella and stuff again. I have all the screenshots that I can attach to the trades. Excuse me. Okay, now I think I see what's happening. I think I see what's happening. That would have been a fill as well. All right, cool. So that component matters in that. But I do think that so far I know what patterns I like the most, which is good. It seems to be 3 patterns, 4 divergence and 3 for pullbacks. So right now when I journal, I'm just going to explore those only, and I think I'll be covered. I think I will be covered. There are a lot of December birthdays. So my other parent, sister, her birthday was like a couple of days ago. Then my sister's birthday is the day after Christmas. One of my other close male friends, his birthday is on the 19th. That's really it. For like my immediate family, we're all like pretty much March to September. Besides my sister, oh well, my mom's in February. All right, we are back in the range of the regular support levels. Let's see how we extended out 3 levels. We almost created a new low, which this low happened, oh, in the overnight session. I thought it happened, I didn't even look to see what happened pre-market, so we just had a huge drop off. So this low was created around 9 o'clock last night, 9:15. So we almost came down to it. We got to about 7 points from it. Good morning, Pred. How are you this morning? Dad was born in oh, wow. Your dad was yesterday? Not January's the month. Girl, bye. Happy birthday to your dad, Amelia. Oh. There's so little volume here. See what we do. Looks like we're really trying our hardest to push through here and keep going. Took that order off just in time. There became too much volume in that swing right there. But now I'm mad because in taking that off, I missed this sell right here. Whatever. Whatever. Don't like that sell. And this is kind of why I don't care to respect the regular support and resistance levels. But like I said, I'll respect the extended ones because that means we're just too far extended out. Because look how this support became resistance here. So it's definitely tradable. Morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? He's like, why are you calling me so late? Not late at 7 p.m. Well, I guess. It's like, so you had all day and you didn't call me till now? You know, if you clip someone YouTube video, they get a notification. Huh. Girl, thank goodness you ain't clipped them losing a trade or something. Oh shoot. I'm pretty sure it'll tell them that you're the one who clipped it too, because at least on Twitch it does that. A retired basketball player, he streams when he plays 2K, and he's so trash. He's getting better though. But there was a day when he was playing on the 2v2 courts with this guy, and I think they needed to have like 40 wins or something, and he was literally writing down every time they won. Maybe it wasn't 40. No, it wasn't 40. I forgot how many it was. It was a smaller amount actually, now that I think about it, because he was like, "Oh yeah, we should get this done by tonight." And I'm like, "Tonight? You should have this done like in maybe 2 hours max, an hour and a half." But anyway, so it was this funny part where the dude was not playing defense good. And he was like, he said, what system are you playing on? And I think he said Xbox, I can't remember. He's like, are you playing with two controllers? He's like, two controllers? He's like, yeah, basically was telling him he's so trash. So I clipped it because it just came out of nowhere. And then it was just such a funny stream because every time they lost, the dude was telling the other team good game. And so he was like, yo, like, first we losing, my teammate giving the other team props. And you know, on those kind of games, well, at least on 2K, if you're a professional, if you're a top streamer, or if you're like a professional player in any sport or anything like that, the whole lobby is going to know that it's you because it puts your real name on there. And then it'll put like a basketball above your head if you were in the NBA, a football if you were in the NFL, things like that or whatever. And so obviously people are seeing that it's him, and they are like super excited because they're beating him. And his teammate over there talking about some good game. He was so pissed. He was so pissed. Oh my God, it was hilarious. Damn, I thought we were gonna sell right there. But yeah, so I clipped it, and my clip on his account was like the #1 clip for a nice little minute. I haven't checked to see lately, but it was hilarious. Who is the do you want to know? Would you like to know? Would you? It was Gilbert Arenas. He's hilarious. I was trying to DM and say you clipped something strange. Oh shit. Oh yeah. I know not to clip nothing. We got this just start screen recording. So you want me to get you a no? Damn, I only got 9 minutes left. Well, that's my fault. I sat out a way too much in the beginning of the session, way too much, but it's okay. Just adding that new component just has me all thrown off a little bit, to be honest with you. All right, so I don't know about the divergence one, but I'm gonna try it because why not? $5.35. Not all the way sure how I want this component to work on divergence, but so I'm gonna take a little risk here. Okay. Never mind. All we gotta do is push through that support level. Yay, yay. Now that one I wasn't questioning. I was more so questioning when we were here before the volume overtook the previous impulse volume. All right, volume's heavy there, so I had to talk to my sister about setting my baby brother straight before I have to. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But you want to know something, Trenches? He might need to hear it from you because your sister might baby him. Maybe not. And he's supposed to be in prison. Wait a minute. Gilbert Arenas supposed to be in prison. Is he taking part of that the sports betting stuff or something? Child, he out on bail. Wait a minute. Where he on bail from? I don't even pay attention to these things. Wait a second. Why is Gilbert Arenas out on bail? What he did? Oh, Gilbert Arenas is out on bail because he was arrested in July 2025 and charged with running an illegal high-stakes gambling ring from his Encino, California mansion. After pleading not guilty in federal court, he was released on a $50,000 bond as a standard for nonviolent federal offenses with a trial set for September 2025. Hey, we're 3 months out. What happened? Oh, potential penalties of up to 15 years in prison if convicted. Come on, Gil. Mm, 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 mm. Chile. Chile. Mm, 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 mm. Hanging in a different neighborhood. Uh-oh. Yeah. Trenches, I think that you are probably best to handle that situation and not your sister. I don't think he'll listen to. I mean, he probably won't listen to you either. You know, the youngest ones, they don't like doing that. But I think that you are probably better off being the person to say something to him, though, honestly. 205. It's going to be too much volume there. We don't like that. We don't like that. Man, I cannot believe I missed so many good setups earlier. I'm going to take the time when I journal today. Because yeah, there was some really good trades, especially in the first 10 minutes. Really nice trades. And I'm probably going to get rid of the oscillator because I've been trying to figure out which I like better, the oscillator or the swing volume on the actual zigzag indicator. Knowing that they're calculated differently, but I think the one on the swing is better long term. I think that the reason why I was getting such mixed results when I was trying to look over things was for that one component that I wasn't paying attention to. Oh wait, we have 9:30 news, right? All right, yeah. So I'm done. More strict, all the setups I. Well, that's good, Diego. See, I don't mind a no trade day as long as like what I'm sitting out of would have been losses. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm being strict, but I'm sitting out of losses, so it's okay. Yes, Amelia, definitely federal charges. Um, yeah, I think that the biggest problem for me when I was trying to trade with order flow is like it was super strict, but there was just so many really good moves that I just could not take advantage of. And it was super frustrating because it was just like, all right, so what now? And I think that by me switching from something so complicated back to something so simple, although I just went in a huge 2-year circle, I feel like I understand the market more now. And now that I know how order flow is, I can kind of tell what the inside of these bars look like, to be honest with you. But I also realized that with Renkos, I think that if you can find a good strategy that works with Renkos, you don't have to use order flow anyway. But I know a lot of people who use order flow on, time-based candles or range candles or tick-based candles. Once they find something that works, they can be super consistent with it because they are no longer completely bound to the time constraints. My biggest thing with not even wanting to go down the order flow road to begin with was it was just like, okay, well, Renko's is not time based. We're getting rid of time constraints and this is pure price action. Something has to work without me seeing the inside of the bars. But I just felt like I was at this crossroads And I felt like, okay, well, I keep seeing Umar Ashraf talk about order flow, order flow, order flow. But then at the same time, it was like, okay, but I also feel like there's a reason why there's practically no information out there about order flow on Renkos. And also the fact that the majority of the order flow indicators that are available online don't even work for Renko. So it's just like, I don't even think I need to do all of that. And so in the process of that, just like, let's just try to go back to just volume. Maybe it was something I was missing back then. I don't know. I genuinely do not know. Because I feel like back then I was making the distinction between trend and counter trend. I'm pretty sure I was. Maybe I wasn't. I don't know. I don't know. But I think that this is where home is going to be, especially because I got some really good trades in this week so far, even with sitting out of quite of a bit. And I think that by me removing the restriction of like, okay, we changed to a downtrend, but we're trading above that level, I can only take counter trend trades. I think by removing that, I think that that's going to help. Like I noticed that there's one pattern that works really, really well when I'm going with the trend, but counter trend, it just does not work that well. So making that distinction as well, I think I'll be able to stick to this. But just a recap, just to show you guys the trades that I took and all the circles on the ones that I missed or questioned and sat out of. I gotta do this for myself later anyway. All right, so let's find the trades real quick. All right, so here, was this the first trade? Yeah, so this was the first trade. Look at that. I literally TP'd in less than a second, which is why the Tradeify account didn't get tagged in, because it's the follower. So that was the first trade, just a quick counter trend divergence move. So the other thing that I'm doing, and I've been doing for a while now, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm looking at, okay, after the reversal bar closes, yes, I won. I'm only looking for 28 ticks, but how many bars total or how many ticks total did the move go? Because that's also helping me to figure out which components of what I'm looking at right now matter and which ones don't. And then also which patterns work the best and which ones don't. Because if there's a pattern that, like, let's say it wins pretty decently, but the moves are only going like the 28 ticks that I need to take profit, that's not a very good pattern. Now, technically, what's most important is that if this is a 40 tick reversal bar, that it goes 40 ticks in that direction afterwards. Because if there's enough strength in that reversal bar, we should at least be able to double the move of the reversal bar, right? And so that's the biggest thing that I'm looking for. But obviously, as long as it just goes my 7 points, we're good. I don't need it to go the full 10. All right, so then this is the second trade that I actually lost, the only loss that I had. And I think with this particular setup and what I'm going to look at is with this particular move, you can see that this move down was not that powerful, right? Like you look at the highest volume bar and it's less than the highest volume bar going up. So that lets me know that it wasn't that hard of a move, I guess you can say. And so I think that when that happens with this particular reversal bar, this volume needs to be higher. We need to beat out this one, and I think that's why that one lost personally, but I'll see when I look at things later. All right, and then so this is the third trade. Like I said earlier, this one actually should have lost, but I got in late, and I think that I'm going to have to respect the extended support levels and extended resistance levels, just if the entry bar touches it. That's it. And then the last trade, I took another trade, didn't I? Oh, here, this counter trend move, and we got the 28 ticks I was looking for, and then we reversed off of the support level. So Just waiting on the order flow videos you plan to make. Oh my gosh. I learned so much with order flow, but I don't know if me making order flow videos will be helpful, only because how the market moves with Renkos is so different than how it moves with time-based charts. So it's kind of, I feel like it would be information that might not be that helpful. I think that the videos that I'm going to end up making about volume patterns is going to be way more helpful than order flow will be. Now, I don't know how well volume patterns work on time-based charts, only because a lot of indicators, like for instance, if I was to put this indicator on a time-based chart, the zigzag indicator, I know that it repaints, or like, okay, because on Renko's, a higher low is a higher low, right? A higher high is a higher high. There's nothing like, period. Well, some people look at time-based charts a little bit different than others. Like, you might think that this, so I could see this move up right here, right? I could say like, oh, well, to me, it didn't break structure because we didn't break the high of this candle right here, or this one, who knows, whatever. But somebody else might look at this and be like, no, this is a clear uptrend now. So, and because certain zigzag indicators will not attach properly, I don't know how well teaching volume for like all candle types will help, but at least it'll help on Renko's. I don't know. I talked to him already. My sister more loving, caring, and patient. Understood. But yeah, I definitely want to make videos on volume for sure, because even I watch people who use volume indicators. Well, okay, no, let me rephrase that. I watch people who have volume indicators on their charts, but they don't use them. And then they'll take a trade and lose. And it's like, well, if you just utilize what was on your charts, that kind of wouldn't have happened. I don't know if it's something where people are just not interested in learning about volume or what, but I just feel like if you're going to have something on your chart, the least you can do is try to put in the work to understand it, to use it. Otherwise, you just look crazy to the people who are watching you, because it's just like, well, that's on your chart, but you're not using it. Why? But I do plan to make videos, and I probably will put like general information out about order flow. But I think that if you trade time-based charts, Umar Ashraf is really good to watch for order flow. And then also, if you go to Trade Devil's website and you go to their footprint order flow indicator, they have so much information in here, like so much. Here, let me, this stuff go away. They have so much education about order flow without you ever having to purchase their indicator. Now, I will say they have one of the most robust order flow indicators I've ever seen. But if you don't care about having signals and things like that, and you have order flow on NinjaTrader, that's more than enough. I didn't find that their signals worked well for Renko's, because a lot of things like especially delta sweeps and things like that, well, because of structurally how Renko's are, a delta sweep is going to happen on every reversal bar, and so it doesn't help me because I enter at the close of every reversal bar. So a lot of their signals just does not work for Renko's, but they work really well for time-based charts and tick-based charts and things like that. Even without looking at these videos, because I'm not going to lie to you, I don't think I watched but maybe 2 of them, just because I was like, I'm kind of questioning whatever, I'm not understanding, let me watch the video, whatever. But if you just go through past the settings, so it might be, first of all, why the hell is it? Oh, it's supposed to be like that. Here we go. So once you get past like just the settings and things, they have so much information about like why there are certain settings that they have in their indicators. So, and it tells you like how important or how strong of a signal this thing showing up can be. And like I said, you don't have to have their indicator, but just understanding certain things. But also, even if you go to the second page where they do have signals and everything, if you just go through and read some of this stuff, it helps you to understand, like, oh, if I trade order flow, even if I don't use their indicator that gives me the signals that I'm looking for, I know that if I see a zero print like this is what will typically happen. They have so many different settings and so much education regarding what order flow looks like, and when this thing pops up, this is likely what's going to happen in the market afterwards. Obviously, it's not always 100% right, but just learning some of these things will definitely help. Like, even with the volume sequencing, this works so well on time-based charts, but on Renko's, it does not. Because volume sequencing happens a lot on reversal bars, the sweeps, the unfinished business, and things like that. Unfinished business is something that I learned from Umar Ashraf. He talks about unfinished business a lot, especially in his videos where he's like, it's usually the videos, I made $70,000 today in the market. Those types of videos, when he does those videos, he actually goes through his setup, and usually he will talk about unfinished auction, unfinished business. And then also in a lot of his educational content, he talks about unfinished business and why trading at those levels are really good for like continuations and things like that, market continuations. But yeah, there's just so much information out there about order flow in regards to trading on regular candles. It just did not help me with my Renkos. But all right, let me show you guys the accounts. So the top account is the TPT account that I think I just started on Monday, if I'm not mistaken, but made 245 on that account and then just 97 on the other account, again because it missed out on one of the trades. So I took 4 trades, won 3, lost 1. And so I just reached a new high on this account, so I'll have full drawdown. I think that I'm going to potentially purchase one more TPT account and then probably 1 or 2 Apex accounts and start working on those. That way, if this account passes, I already have another account kind of like in the chamber or whatever. I kind of want to purchase it before... Didn't that sale get extended with TPT? I don't know if it's gone now. I do remember it was extended, but it could have expired already. I don't know. Who is that's Tradeify. Child. I'll have to look, but if that sale with TPT is still going on, I'm gonna get another account with them and we'll just... You think it did go away? Are you sure you don't want to get Lucid instead? I probably will. I mean, right now I'm just like in the thought process because I want to make sure that I'm going to really be locked into... I feel like they extended, but I don't... Half of my emails don't show up. Oh, it says extended, but it doesn't have an end date. So I probably will get one more TPT account. But yeah, I'm still just in the thought process. I don't know how many... I don't want to add too many accounts, obviously, but I do want to at least like for special sales like the TPT one, because you get the test, one of the test fees back. I do want to add that. And because I know I do want to max out at TPT, I'll probably add that. But yeah. Lucid is more like Tradeify with the rules. Yeah, I'm gonna look more into them, well, beyond what we did on the stream not too long ago. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. We'll see. I'm not too worried about it. Like, it is what it is. Whenever it happens, it happens. But yeah, overall today, I think today was a good day. There was really good movement today. I just didn't take advantage of it all the way. First of all, getting on the stream a little late didn't help. But also, like I said, me adding that one component to everything just kind of slowed me down just a little bit. just because I'm not used to paying attention to that, because I have not paid attention to that since I started looking at the volume of the swings again. So that's just going to be something that I have to like keep in my mind, and probably by tomorrow, honestly, it'll be in my head to look at it really quickly and keep it moving. But yeah, not a bad day. I'm happy. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.